Okay, please tell us if you've seen any shows and what do you think of them?
I have seen a few shows this week during Fashion Week and, of course, here today. And I am just so impressed with the amazing talent that I'm seeing definitely in this venue because it's so fantasy. And again, we're here at Couture Fashion Week in New York for this venue, but it's really fantasy. And we have lost a lot of the fantasy and the vision of fantasy on the other shows around New York.
As being a professional, how would you judge the real couture dress? By which kind of parameters?
Well, couture really is, as we know, it's a completely dying breed, and it's so expensive and so time-consuming. This is definitely haute couture or couture, but it's kind of like the modern-day couture, because couture is so highly expensive. It's thousands upon thousands of dollars and years and months of labor just to do one garment. So I feel that this is definitely kind of like the 2010 couture for the average person that can go out and buy it.
Okay, I think a lot of females that really get lost because like if in 80s it was only 20 fashion houses and everyone was like, wow, every 6 months we're going and following them. Now it's so many trends. So where you think actually the fashion goes? It's like thousands of styles and trends designers order every 6 months. What normal female is supposed to do? How she should choose what she has to wear?
Oh, well, now this is something that is definitely up my alley because I do believe in following the trends, but I absolutely believe not to follow the trends. Find something that works for you and really make that your trend and make that your style. Yes, designers each season, every 6 months, will come out with something new, but you need to take that, dissect it, and create it into your own style. Do not become a follower of fashion, become a leader in fashion and create your own look.
Okay, and still, like in 60s, it was one look, like feminine look, and it was like pregnant woman look, and this. What? Yeah, well, pregnant women, they were like mother type. Let's put it this way,
The swing dress, you mean, or something on that late? Okay.
Exactly. No, like really round forms. What do you think? Which kind of females are in fashion now?
I think right now fashion is definitely we're still going through that kind of like very kind of big silhouette with the skirts. I think definitely if that's happening last season, this season is going to completely change. It's going to go to a slender silhouette. Every season it changes just the opposite of what you see. If high heels were in if high heels are in this season, next season it's going to be a flat. If dark was in this season, light will be in next season, and that's how fashion keeps moving. Every season it keeps flipping back and forth to the opposite of what it is.
Okay. Tell us something. Why couture designers never advertise themselves in glamour magazines?
Well, I have to realize, couture, like I said, is a complete dying breed. These designers, unfortunately, like you said, in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, there was many houses, probably, 30, 40. If we could find really now, in 2010, maybe 12, if we're lucky, really haute couture designers, we're very, very lucky because the breed is dying. Valentino was really one of the last houses that really did couture. And as we know, he has retired, a few seasons ago. So really, there's no more couture. Couture now is something like this. These young new designers that are really trying to put something out there. It's definitely more fantasy, and it's definitely on a different level than what we see in the ready-to-wear collections.
Interesting question. I'm wondering myself, like, if all America knows the houses like Armani, Versace, okay, we're speaking basically about Italy, yes? American designers, except of a couple of brands like Ralph Lauren and Calvin Klein, are really not known abroad in Europe. Why? Why they never market themselves there?
Well, in Europe, of course, I think the biggest designer worldwide is probably maybe Ralph Lauren. Ralph Chucci is a very big designer that's doing quite well in Europe right now. But again, we do have those big houses like, Chanel, and you have the big houses like Armani. Calvin Klein is kind of worldwide known. But then also, let's talk about how great H&M is. It's a worldwide name these days, and all these inexpensive brands like H&M, they're big, massive companies, and they hire these amazing designers like Karl Lagerfeld, like Stella McCartney, other celebrities to do these designs for them. So really, fashion has just changed so drastically in the last 10 years. Someone like an H&M or even a Target has huge designers like Isaac Mizrahi and others designing for them. So now, secondary lines or even third-dairy lines of companies that you would never think about have these huge designers designing for them. Fashion these days is anything and everything. So I believe that you know, you can find the best stuff very inexpensive, and yet you can find very expensive stuff still, and then you can find couture at a more reasonable price these days.
And the last question, and it might be a little bit tricky.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think America gave to the fashion world, to the global fashion world, America and American designers?
I'm gonna say blue jeans and cowboy boots. That's all I can think about.
Well, I thought maybe, there is something I don't know.
I think blue jeans, cowboy, I think a very relaxed, casual ease. I think, in Europe, they always are very chic and pristine. I think America gave you kind of more relaxed, kind of almost like, I would say almost like the jogging suit also became a fashion vice in this country that has kind of like went across the seas. So I think between the cowboy boots and jeans and the jogging suit, that has been the American gift to fashion.
Thank you.
Thank you.